KMPC News brought to you by Roto-Rooter. There's only one Roto-Rooter service and only one genuine Roto-Rooter machine. We've got the Iran story, of course, with another twist this morning. It may or may not be significant, maybe another smokescreen from the Revolutionary Council. KMPC's Alex Payne is reporting a comprehensive decision of the Revolutionary Council on the status of the American hostages, at least according to ousted Foreign Minister Abul Hassan Bani Sadr.
Bani Sadr said that members of the Revolutionary Council had a lengthy discussion with Ayatollah Khomeini on various national and international issues the other day, including the issue of the hostages. He wouldn't elaborate on the details of the talks, but said an announcement concerning the hostages would be made by Foreign Minister Gotsadeh shortly.
What shortly means in Iran, of course, anything from a month to a year. We still don't have a head count on the Brown for President rock concert going on down in San Diego. Probably over by now. As of early yesterday morning, they had half a house sold, even though the show's headliners were biggies, Linda Ronstadt, Chicago, and the Eagles. Brown's campaign even wanted to make a little extra money on the trip down, so they charged $150 a ticket for a train ride with cocktails, the candidate, and the whole kaboom from Union Station here in L.A. to the concert down in San Diego. Howard Jarvis is headed for the headlines again. As expected, his income tax limitation initiative turned out to have enough signatures to qualify for the June ballot next year. Meanwhile, Paul Gann, the other half of the Prop 13 twosome, is officially running to replace Alan Cranston in the U.S. Senate next year. And another famous name locally might be running for office, George Putnam, the former television commentator, apparently being urged to run against Yvonne Brathwaite Burke in the 4th L.A. County Supervisorial District. Putnam with no decision yet, Burke with no real opposition so far. She, of course, got that job when Jim Hayes retired with a week's notice last year. In Ventura tonight, a mistrial declared in a rape case because the jury refused to look at some of the relevant evidence. The grounds, common decency, and the judge bought that. At issue in the case was the color of the defendant's genitals. 4 women jurors refused to view the man's genitals. The defense lawyer sought and then received a mistrial in the case. The defendant was accused of sexually abusing a 16-year-old girl. In another courtroom, half a verdict yesterday, coming in the case of Indian activist Leonard Peltier. He and 2 others acquitted on charges they beat up a prison guard at Lompoc Prison. The jury is still talking about the escape charges against Peltier. The defendant, by the way, was married in midst of that court battle. A telephone psycho has police concerned back in Lansing, Michigan this morning. The psycho back in action calling youngsters who are home alone, identifying himself over the phone as a doctor, and ordering the young children to mutilate themselves with knives and razor blades. 2 youngsters have been slightly injured so far following the so-called doctor's orders. C. Arnold Smith's United States National Bank went bust back in 1973. You'll recall that. Smith charged with defrauding more than 4,000 investors. Well, now Smith has a bill to pay, a jury telling Smith to pay $30 million to those defrauded investors. It is believed to be the largest civil judgment in the history of the state of California. We'll check sports in a moment. KMPC News time is 12:04.
Did you ever look at the label on a can of caustic drain cleaner? Why have it around? Especially if you have kids. If you have trouble with sewers or drains, call the non-caustic professional. Me. I'm your Roto-Rooter man. I can take care of any problem from the little drain to the big main. Caustic chemicals can be hazardous to your children's health. I'm not.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Sewer service.
Roto-Rooter.
Caustic chemicals can be hazardous to your health, so if you have trouble with your drains, call the non-caustic specialist, Roto-Rooter. Check the white pages for your radio-equipped Roto-Rooter man located throughout Southern California.
Have you or a loved one suffered a stroke? The United Stroke Program can help. You meet with others who are also strokees and share your problems. Family members meet others to share similar problems. Stroke is a lonely disease. Being part of United Stroke means you are no longer alone. This is Ira Cook urging you to call 475-2714.
KMPC Sports reports in college basketball. UCLA posted its 17th straight win over UC Santa Barbara, blasting the Gauchos 102-58 at Pauley Pavilion. The Bruins, of course, back in action tonight against Colorado State at Pauley. KMPC coverage beginning with Bruin warm-up at 7:45. Gary Colson has been named the new head coach at the University of New Mexico. The 45-year-old Colson had coached at Pepperdine for the last 11 seasons. He quit last year. In the NBA, the Lakers sending Golden State down to their 7th straight defeat, 114-108 at the Forum. In college football, the Liberty Bowl pregame festivities apparently have gotten to a few of the players. One Penn State player charged with first-degree burglary yesterday, and a pair of Tulane players were sent home for their part in a barroom brawl. That game to be played Monday night in Memphis if they get the bail bonds there on time. College football last night, cornerback Tim Wilbur returning a fumbled punt 62 yards for a touchdown late in the fourth quarter. That was enough to power Indiana to a 38-37 upset over Brigham Young in the Holiday Bowl in San Diego. KMPC Airwatch weather for Southern California. Cloudy with chance of showers this morning, becoming fair this afternoon through tomorrow. Look for highs in the mid-60s, overnight lows near 50 with good air quality. 52 right now in Hollywood. That's a check on KMPC News brought to you by Roto-Rooter. I'm Ken Beck.
Oh, boy, this
and
is
now,
beautiful. Hi there, Kenny.
Hullabaloo.
Gee, this is marvelous.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hi, it's 6 minutes past 12 o'clock, and I'm in the midst of opening up one of my gifts from former producer of the Dave Hull program, Bud Stalker, who's gone out at great expense. This is unreal. I thought it was going to be a golf club. It's a huge, long thing with a huge, hulking thing there like a driver would look like when it was wrapped, and it's not that at all. I mean, this is really ridiculous, and I was hoping it'd be a golf club. Shame. You know what it is? This sucker is about 5 feet long. It doesn't even work. That's why where did you get this? I'm taking it back. He got a beautiful horn, but the sucker doesn't work. I'm going to take this into the complaint department at the store that he bought this from. It looks beautiful, though. This horn is about, I'd say, 5 feet long with a bulbous bulb at one end. When you push it, it doesn't work all that well. I'm going to take this back. Well, that's disgusting. Oh, say, besides honking this horn, hopefully, as we go on towards 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe even finding a few more gifts underneath my Dave Hull Christmas tree, we will have Harlow Dorfwinger III here this morning. The Harlow Dorfwinger is BS, PhD, MD, LSD. He is a local resident psychologist on the Dave Hull program. Dr. Dorfwinger's talk this morning will be how to tell you've had too much to drink at a holiday party. That's one way. Some of the other ways will be discussed later, right here on the Dave Hull program at KMPC. What's your problem, my dear?
Big old ruby red dress wanders round the town, talking to herself now, sometimes sitting down. Don't you get too close now, Ruby runs away. Poor old ruby red dress, born on a sorry day. I can hear
can't believe it. Well, it works if you don't attack it so severely. I notice that if you do it a lot less aggressively, it seems to work better. It does sound a little sick, but we thank Bud Stalker. It's the thought, isn't it? I told him, I said I was going to put this over my mantle. This sucker must be 5 feet long, and it's just straight ahead, you know what I mean? All the way. There's a good one. Maybe you have to break these things in. It's not an India taxi horn. This is an India truck horn. This sucker's about 5 feet long. I'm going to put this on my Fiat. If I can find a place for it. Vending machines can steal a lot of your time and pleasure if they're not working right. And that's why I like to recommend Coffee Time, the quality vending machine service company. Now, their number is 269-0555 if you need a candy, soft drink, cigarette, or coffee vending machine. They got a doozy for a sandwich machine, too. It's a 1917 doozy. It's got horns on it. Anyway, give them a ring later at 269-0555. It's 12 minutes past 12 o'clock. Of course, it's the thought that counts.
When a sewer or drain stops up, it's easy to get confused when you look in the phone book for help. A lot of the ads look alike, and a lot of the machines look like the one we use at Roto-Rooter. But there's only one genuine Roto-Rooter machine and one Roto-Rooter service. So the next time you have a sewer or drain problem, don't be confused. Look for Roto-Rooter in the white pages.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Sewer service.
Roto-Rooter.
Roto-Rooter service throughout Southern California. Check the white pages for your radio-equipped Roto-Rooter man.
He got this horn from Horn City out in the valley. I'll tell you something right now. My horns can beat up your horns. It's 13 minutes past 12 o'clock.
KMPC.
I like the gal. I think she's super. I don't know what she looks like either. You never see any movies with her in them, just Chris Christopherson. Does that tell you something? But it's Rita Coolidge from KMPC, and I'd rather leave when I'm still in love.
I'd rather leave while I'm in love, while I still believe the meaning of the word. I'll keep my dreams and just pretend that you and I are never gonna end. Too many times I've seen the rose down the vine. Somebody's heart gets broken, usually it's mine. I don't wanna take the chance of being hurt again. And you and I can't say goodbye. So if you wake and find me gone, oh baby, carry on. You see, I need my fantasy. I still believe it's best to leave while I'm in love.
You should be leaving while I'm still in love. Won't you have the best time of your life when you plug this sucker in and hear people talking to one another? You're going to get live broadcasts of major news events before they're reported on radio and TV. You're going to feel you know what's going on around you before everybody else.
Life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. I have always thought that it's a crime, so I will ask you once again. Try to see it my way. Only time will tell if I am right or I am wrong. While you see it your way, there's a chance that we might fall apart before too long. We can work it out. We can work it out.
We can work it out. The Beatles, Paul McCartney, 1966. That's a classic. 21 minutes past 12 o'clock at KMPC. Hello, this should be Dave Hull on your radio until 2 o'clock in the morning. Say if, like most of us, you frequently find yourself needing a reliable household glue, Handyman Stores recommends Elmer's glue. Now, this stuff is really great. I used some of this today. I got a gift for my wife, and it was busted. Yeah, I know it. And you know what? When you get things and you look at it in a store, and the one that's out looks very enticing to you, so you always pick one that's wrapped already. Now, it's either wrapped store wrapping, or maybe it's just in the box, and it's got tape on it, and you don't want to open it up. You don't want to do that to check it out. But today I just happened to slip this one out of the box because I wanted to show my daughter what it was, and it was busted. Boy, that bugged me. Now, it's too late, really, on a Friday. Now, it's really Saturday morning already. And yes, it's really getting close to Christmas. And I thought, gee, I'm not going to travel all the way across town to get this thing fixed. I'm going to get out my Elmer's glue. She'll never know. This thing isn't on, is it? Testing 1, 2. I hope not. Yeah, I used a little Elmer's glue on this sucker. It's good as new now. Now, how long that thing's going to last, I don't know. Now, when you think about it, I am putting my trust in Elmer's professional glue. The Carpenter's wood glue. It's the one that comes in the white little thing with Elmer on the front of it, and it's got an orange thing that you unscrew at the top and you squeeze it out. It's a great product to keep on hand in case you buy Christmas gifts that are busted. It grabs fast, allows for repositioning, reduces clamping time, and penetrates deeply for a strong bond. Can it be painted, stained, sanded, and sawed? Yes, it may. I may want to saw these suckers off in half, the ones I got her. And it cleans up easily with water. I found that because I got it all over my hands. But now I see everything seems to be working fine. So stop by any handyman store and get Elmer's when results count.
One of the season's most traditional and best-read stories can be yours free from McDonald's. It's Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and this book, valued at 95 cents, is yours free with the purchase of a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates. Your family will read this timeless classic again and again as Ebenezer Scrooge comes face-to-face with the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. And this adaptation of Dickens' classic makes perfect holiday gifts for every tiny and not-so-tiny Tim on your list. A Christmas Carol, free while supplies last at participating McDonald's.
Barry Manilow is next at 23 minutes past 12 o'clock at KMPC. I'm at 520 KMPC in case you'd like to call me and wish me Merry Christmas. Yeah, or goodbye, one of the two.
We walked to the sea, just my father and me, and the dogs played around on the sand. Winter cold cut the air, hanging still everywhere. Dressed in gray, did he say, hold my hand? I said, love's easier when it's far away. We sat and watched a distant light, where two ships that pass in the night. We both smile and we say it's all right. We're still here, it's just that we're out of sight. Like those ships that pass in the There's a boat on the line where the sea meets the sky. There's another that rides far behind. And it seems you and I are like strangers a wide ways apart as we drift on through time. He said it's harder now we're far away. We only read you when you write. We're too
that very Manilow at 27 minutes past 12 o'clock. Every one of these stations has to have a resident psychologist. Ours is Harlow Dorfwinger III. He'll be here later to tell you how to tell you've had too much to drink at a holiday party.
KMPC.
One of the ways, I suppose, is trying to hide yourself under a hassock.
Bells will be ringing.
Oh, really?
The sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone. I have no friends to wish me greetings once again. Choirs will be singing Silent Night, Christmas carol by candlelight. Please come home for Christmas. Please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. Friends and relations send salutations. Sure as the stars shine above. Well, this is Christmas. Yes, Christmas, my dear. It's the time of year to be with the one you love. Won't you tell me you'll never more roam? Christmas and New Year will find you home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, and I'll be happy, happy once again.
Please come home for Christmas. Home for the holidays, the hullabaloo at KMPC. Eagles. This is Saturday morning already. Still doing your shopping, are you? I have made one astute observation. Everybody says this next season I'm going to start earlier. I'm going to start buying gifts for everybody so I can get it out of the way so that I can enjoy the season with the family. That's baloney. You don't do that. The earlier the start, the more gifts you buy. We started weeks and weeks ago. We finished weeks and weeks ago. Now, with all this time on your hands and the hustle and bustle in the stores of other people, you begin to feel guilty. You say to yourself, wait a minute, I should be out there buying. So what you do, even though you start earlier, is you buy more things. Instead of only buying one gift for your mom or two gifts, whichever the case may be, now you've got time on your hands. You say, I've already gotten mom stuff. I've got everybody their stuff. We've got 2 or 3 weeks to go before Christmas. Let's buy some more. Let's spend more money. So I'm telling you folks, don't do it that way. Start the day before Christmas and save yourself a bundle. Besides that, there won't be much left in the store for you to pay a lot for. It's 29 before 1 o'clock at KMPC. Aloha and happy holidays from the land of beautiful Hawaii. Yep, another native delight coming your way. Hawaiian Sun Tropical Fruit Nectars. Deliciously refreshing juices made from nature's sun-ripened fruit, packed and processed in Hawaii, where abundant rainfall, year-round sunshine, and fertile volcanic soil create the distinctive flavor of these delicious nectars. During these coming holidays, let your imagination go native with Hawaiian Sun Papaya, Guava, or Passion Fruit Nectars. Can you imagine the look on the people's faces at your next stag party when you hand them each a passion fruit nectar? Or try papaya pineapple, orange papaya, orange guava, that's my favorite, or luau punch. Perfect for parties and family get-togethers. Made from fresh fruit pulp. No preservatives, no carbonation. What are those things that are ruining the ozone? Fluoride, no fluoride something or others. Fluorocarbons. No fluorocarbons. They're rich in natural vitamins and enzymes. For a festive occasion or just because you care, treat your family and guests this season to the favorite drink of the islands. Cool, fresh Hawaiian Sun pineapple fruit nectars. For an added treat, try Hawaiian Sun Pure tropical fruit jams, jellies, and preserves. Boy, they'd make some great gifts, wouldn't they? Sliced papaya, chocolate-covered macadamia nuts. Let Hawaiian Sun products bring you a bit of Hawaii. They're available at all Ralph's and Albertsons markets. KMPC Sports Reports, as seen through the eyes of Kelly Flynn, silly sports writer. In college basketball, UCLA yawned its way to a 102-58 victory over tough UC Santa Barbara at Pauley Pavilion. Oh, that's awful. There is no truth to the rumor that UCSB accidentally set its intramural team instead of its real players. Boy, he is cold. You know those guys are still in town. They're crying all the way to the plane. They don't need to hear that from the hullabalooer. In baseball, the Cleveland Indian management showed its cleverness by signing future Hall of Famer Jorge Horta. I'll repeat that for you, because I have never heard of him until now either. The Cleveland Indian management showed its cleverness by signing future Hall of Famer Jorge Horta to a 5-year contract at $1.5 million. I've never heard of him. Horta said he was extremely pleased with the deal because he didn't think even Cleveland was dumb enough to pay him over $1 million. Elsewhere in baseball, former Yankee great Elston Howard has been offered a job with the club by owner George Steinbrenner for as long as he wants it, in gratitude for all of his years of service to the team. Howard said he might not accept the offer because the work might be too strenuous, having to move Steinbrenner's throne in and out of the press box after every game. KMPC Air Watch weather forecast: cloudy with a chance of showers this morning, becoming fair this afternoon through tomorrow. High in the middle 60s. Good air quality forecast for the basin. Some of the temperatures in San Diego: 61. That's the warmest spot around. It's 60 in the city of Orange, Woodland Hills 52, and 51 in Hollywood at KMPC.
But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along, and so you're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. If I'd have known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Go on now, go. Walk out the door. Just you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with goodbye? You think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I. I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll be alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Hey. Broken heart, and I spent so many nights just feeling sorry for myself. I used to cry, but now I hold my head up high, and you see me, somebody new. I'm not that chained up little person still in love with you, and so you felt like dropping in and just expect me to be free. Well, now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Go on now, go, walk out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye?
minutes, I will survive. Gloria Gaynor. I'll survive. I'll get over this. I'll get over the fact that this horn doesn't work from Bud Stalker, former producer of the Dave Hull program. It looks great, but it's just not that functional. You know what I mean? I may have to take the bulb off the end of it and fix it. Don't you just hate people that start tearing into their Christmas gifts and then wrecking them permanently forever? I fixed the horns pretty good that I got here. Those sound better and better and better. I'll fix his. I'll fix it once and for all. It's 22 minutes before 1 o'clock at KMPC. If you're saying to yourself on a Saturday morning, hey, I need something to eat. You ever get those pains in your stomach? They're really not pains. They're just hunger pains. And it starts to gurgle. There's nothing more embarrassing in front of a crowd of people. And ever notice how conversations always stop just before the major gurgle? Everybody in the room hears it. Isn't that embarrassing? You can stop that gurgle once and for all by heading for Zookie's Delicatessen and Restaurant. This is the outlandish restaurant in Southern California. This is the one that received a write-up in Los Angeles Magazine a couple of months ago. I picked up the magazine that has to do with, LA Magazine, that has to do with a restaurant guide, and it shows all of the spectacular eating places in Southern California. They list them under different kinds of foods, exquisite foods, and they list them under unique dining experiences, and this is one of them. Under the unique dining experiences in Santa Monica is listed Zookie's Delicatessen Restaurant. Why? Because it's the only one I know of that's like New York City, where you can walk in and find yourself in front of a delicatessen, and after staying there for a while, getting your mind ready for all of that great food and whetting your appetite, then head for the restaurant just to the right and sit down and have anything you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Mouth-watering foods. They're delicious, they really are. Where else can you find omelets with chicken livers, or zucchini, or mushrooms? Try walking into that handy-dandy place we've been going to, the burger place, and find an omelet with chicken livers in it. No way. Now, Zookie's is located just out west of here, west of everybody. It's up against the water in Santa Monica. You just go west on the Santa Monica Freeway until you find the Lincoln Street off-ramp, and you take that off-ramp all the way till it dead ends into 7th Street. And it swings right. There's no other way to go. Swings right up to Wilshire and 2 blocks to the left, 5th. And when you get to 5th and Wilshire, you'll know you're there, because this building is full of Z's all over the front of it. See Fred Altman. He's not there this morning. He's got better sense than to work at this time of the day. 20 minutes before 1. A muscle-relaxing, tension-relieving shower. Boy, there's nothing like getting it on with one of these, I'll tell you. That's what you'll get with a Super Saver shower massage by Waterpik. Now at all Fedco membership department stores, the Super Saver offers you a combined benefit of bracing hot shower and a body-soothing massage. There's the wall-mount model and the handheld job. Ooh, kinky. Both models comply fully with the latest California energy standards. The Super Saver shower massage available at all Fedco membership department stores. Now, don't tell me that you haven't wanted one of these things. Oh, by the way, be sure to bring your membership card whenever you're shopping at Fedco. You can't get anything. Haven't you told yourself, gals, that you wanted the handheld model, that tension-relieving shower massage by Waterpik? Isn't it time you told him you really wanted this instead of that box of candy? It's 19 minutes before 1 o'clock.
KMPC. Girl, you know we've had some troubles, been through a lot of ups and downs. We've had our share of bursted bubbles and wasted too much time on the long way around. But I believe the sky is clearing, 'cause I can see a patch of blue. The clouds above are all disappearing. The sun is breaking through. It looks like smooth sailing. The wind is at our backs to stay. Smooth sailing the rest of the way. Patched up all our differences. We've kissed and made amends. We've mended all the old broken broken fences, and I'm happy to say we're friends again. And this time we'll let love take us where it wants to go. No more hurry, push and shove. We're gonna take it nice and slow. It looks like smooth sailing. The wind is at our backs to stay. Smooth sailing the rest of the way. It's sad how long it takes sometimes to see things as they are. How could we have been so blind and still have come so far? But love held us together when storms were closing in. And now it's sunny weather and we're back on course again. It looks like smooth sailing. The wind is at our backs to stay. Smooth sailing the rest of the way. It looks like smooth sailing the rest of the way.
This is KMPC at 16 minutes before 1 o'clock here with Dave Hull. Oh, it's good to have Dr. Harlow Dorfwinger with us, BS, PhD, MD, and LSD, KMPC. Doctor, it's good to have you with us. Oh, I don't have your microphone. I'm sorry, Doctor. How stupid of me.
You really are a twit, you know that, Dave?
Why don't you wait till I get the microphone in, and now you can tell me what you said, Doctor.
I just said you're a twit.
Well, thank you very much. Nobody here at the radio station has been so kind to me in months. I really appreciate that. Harlow Dorfwinger, our resident psychologist, is here on the Dave Hull program.
Not for long, Dave.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. None of us are that. Nothing is permanent, Doctor. Everything changes. The world changes around us. I hope you know that. We are in a constant sense of what is it? Change.
You want to lie down for a while, Dave?
Thank you very much, Doctor. Gee, there's so many things I want to talk to you about, Doctor, but you charge me so much money. You know what I mean? That was Smooth Sailing by Jim Weatherly. I didn't say that, Doctor. This is KMPC. It's 15 minutes before 1 o'clock. Do I lie down here and just put my head back, Doctor?
Well, Dave, I think tonight...
Just a moment, Doctor. I was going to tell you some of my problems.
Well, I see most of them right here, Dave.
Thank you, but Doctor, look at this horn, Doctor. This has troubled me. It doesn't work. It looks good.
You should get that checked, Dave.
Thank you very much. I'll take that into my store in Horn City, up in the valley. Yes, Doctor, you have several things that you want to discuss with us on how to tell that you've had too much to drink at a holiday party. Is that your
Well,
topic?
Of course, it's very timely because, Dave, this is the party season right around the 20th through January 1st or 2nd.
Yes, it is, Doctor.
And so there are times, of course, when you drink heavily at parties and you don't realize that you probably should not drive or should not even walk, Dave.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea.
So I have a few hints to tell you when you may have had too much to drink.
Okay, Doctor, we'll get to those handy hints in just a moment, but first, it's time for me to send some Mylanta your way.
Good neighbor, good neighbor, good neighbor pharmacy. Good value, friendly people, that good neighbor pharmacy.
Holiday means lots of good food, good drinks, gala parties, and Mylanta. Have you ever tried Mylanta, Doctor?
I certainly haven't.
Oh, Mylanta is the greatest tasting anti-gas antacid for heartburn, sour stomach, and acid indigestion, Doctor.
You use it on cornflakes?
No, you don't sprinkle this stuff on, Doctor. It contains not one, but two powerful antacids that go to work quickly to relieve what problems you may have. Mylanta also contains simethicone. That's one of those big subscription type things there, Doctor. The remarkable ingredient that breaks up bubbles which trap gas in the stomach, causing painful distress, heartburn, and sour stomach.
This is getting pretty graphic,
Your
Dave.
choice of either a light or creamy liquid or smooth chewable tablets are yours at your Good Neighbor pharmacies. Mylanta is available at your Good Neighbor pharmacy now, a good neighbor with your interest in mind, professional pharmacists who provide reliable, friendly assistance with your health care needs. Don't you have most of your prescriptions done there at the Good Neighbor pharmacies?
I do most of them myself, Dave.
Oh, yeah. You just sit there with your little funny beaker thingy and...
I beg your pardon?
Never mind. Call 549-5376. That's a new number for the Good Neighbor nearest you. Two Good Neighbors are Glesner Glake Pharmacy at 125 North Citrus in Covina and Grandview Pharmacy at 2150 South Garfield in Monterey Park. Some of the temperatures at 12 minutes before 1 o'clock now. I had them just a moment ago. In the South Bay beaches, it's 54 degrees, 51 in Tarzana, Long Beach 53, 56 on the Miracle Mile, and 50 here in Hollywood at KMPC. And now with that out of the way, Doctor, tell us some of the ways to tell that you've had too much to drink at a holiday party.
All right, and you may want to write these down, Dave.
Oh,
Just
good,
get
sure.
your crayon and get it all
Thank
set
you.
here.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, now, you know you've had too much to drink when you have to hold onto the floor to keep from sliding off.
Yes, you do. That is usually a big indication that, number one, you've had a few shooters too many, huh?
Or you strike a match and light your nose.
Yes, and that has happened to me. It was about
can
2.5
tell.
years ago. You've noticed the singed part of my left nostril, Doctor.
This is true. And then, of course, you take off your shoes and wait in the potato salad. That's a right there. That is why you haven't been invited back to the KMPC Christmas party.
That's right. That's right. It was after last year's party when I waded into the potato salad that was, by the way, from Sookie's Delicatessen that they never invited me back. That's true. Now, what are some of the other ways, Doctor? How many of these ways do you have? So I'll know when to play the jingle. If you don't mind, I'd like to know. Just give me a list of it. Is there 5 or 6 or...
Well, there's roughly 11 or 12 handy little hints,
This may take forever. Just forget the jingle. We're going directly to music. What else you got, Doc?
Well, it's you know you've had a little too much to drink when you complain about the small bathroom after emerging from the coat closet.
Oh, yes, there is that indication that the host or hostess will be heading your way very quickly.
This is true. Or you refill your drink from the fishbowl. That's not gauche.
No, that is really gauche. Don't do that. Don't dip your glass into the guy's aquarium, you know.
Of course, you may have had this problem. You yawn at the biggest bore in the room and realize you're in front of the hall mirror.
Oh, I like that. What do you get off saying this may have happened to me before, Doc?
Just rumors I've heard of you, Dave.
Thank you, Doctor. What else have you got there, sir?
Well, for instance, you ask for another ice cube and you put it in your pocket. You know, short lapses of memory there.
You know what I mean? You do then know that you've had a little too much to drink.
Or you pick up a roll and you butter your watch.
And then sit there hitting the roll with your fist saying, is it really 1:45? Yes, Doctor.
Just, a couple more of these, Dave, because I know you're getting depressed hearing about yourself here, probably.
Doctor, that's really not funny. You know what I mean? I'm a man who has a psyche that's very delicate, Doctor, and just one word like that and bingo, I could go off the deep end.
What's a psyche?
Never mind, we'll discuss that later,
I see.
Doctor.
Well, also, if you see your underwear hanging from the chandelier, you may have had a bit too much right there.
Yes, you certainly may have. It's moon time, huh, Doctor?
Or very painful this is, too, when someone uses your tongue for a coaster.
Can you imagine somebody with their tongue out on a glass-top coffee table? Ooh, I'll set my margarita down here.
Kind of strange. Or you hear a duck quacking and it's you.
Yes, you know then that you've had too much to drink, Doctor. Now, go right ahead. Do you have any more of those?
Well, these are the basic ones you have to watch out for, Dave.
Okay, fine. Oh, those were the basic ones.
Yes, we have your less basic ones, which we won't go into. That'll be $15 extra for those.
Thank you, Doctor. It's 9 minutes before 1 o'clock.
KMPC.
Glory to the newborn King.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Hail the
KMPC. Was that Ella or was that Memorex? It's 7 before 1 o'clock here at KMPC. This could be Dave Hull, all right. Our thanks to Harlow Dorfwinger III, BS, PhD, MD, and LSD, KMPC, for joining us as our resident psychologist this morning. Why settle for blurry snapshots? The Pentax ME makes 35mm photography as easy as set, focus, and shoot. All Fedco membership department stores can show you how to get professional results every time with the fully automatic Pentax ME. ME Magic Needles make film loading a snap. You've got all the fun, while the Pentax ME electronic brain does all the work. Drop into any... It was all right at this end. Sounded all right going out of here. The trouble must be in your set. Drop in at any Fedco membership department store and pick up a Pentax ME. Always bring your membership card with you when you're shopping at Fed.
You're doing your share. You're showing that you care. You're doing your share at Ralph's. We're doing ours.
Doing our share means bringing you another way to save. Ralph's exclusive plain wrap products with value where it counts, in the product, not the package. You'll find the very items you use most, like paper towels, hot dogs, canned fruit, detergent. No frills, but you save up to 30% compared to national brands. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Now Ralph's gives you 3 ways to save: national brands, Ralph's brand, and plain wrap.
You're doing your share at Ralph's. We're doing ours.
Start your holiday saving at Ralph's with an Armor Star Grade A frozen tom turkey. 55 cents a pound. Effective now through December 26th or while supplies last. Limit of 1 per customer. Now, before we do anything else, it's time for me to move a vending machine. You know that's my life's ambition, being a vending machine salesman. Now, the Quality Vending Machine Service Company heard about my life's ambition. They came to me and said, hey, we want you to be our spokesman. We want you to be the spokesman for Coffee Time at 269-0555. I was elated. I said I'd love to do it. I'll sell those candy, soft drink, cigarette, sandwich, and coffee vending machines. I'll even push that water machine you got. They got a water machine. You push one tap, you get cold water. You push another tap, you get hot water. They send you little packets with it. You get the hot chocolate, man. That's a doozy. You get this potato soup, but please use 2 potato packets with that. And you get their onion soup, and you get some Sanka, and all sorts of junk there. Whoops, it's not good for a vending machine salesman to call it junk. Call Coffee Time later today at 269-0555. 1972, the Carpenters. It's gonna take some time this time.
It's gonna take some time this time to get myself in shape. I really fell out of line this time. I really missed the gate. The birds on the telephone lines are crying out to me. Next time, and I won't be so blind next time, and I'll find some harmony. But it's going to take some time this time, and I can't make demands. But like the young trees in the winter time, I'll learn how to bend. After all the tears we spent, how could we make amends? So it's one more round for experience, and I'm on the road again. And it's going to take some time this time, and I can't make demands. I learn how to bend. It's gonna take some time this time, no matter what I plan. But like the young trees in the winter time, I learn how to bend. After all the
Carpenters from 1972. Hello, this is Dave Hull here at 710.
The meaning of Christmas. To some, it's the joy of children, their excitement, their innocence. To some, it's simply the fun of giving, the fulfillment of seeing an honest expression of gratitude on another face. Christmas is a time for fun, for religious reflection, or for sharing moments together. Christmas can be whatever you make it, because the more you give of yourself, the more you experience the meaning of Christmas. As some of our fellow Americans spend Christmas with their hands bound, not only should we remember them, but take a moment to remember our own freedoms. The more than 100 employees of KMPC Radio have spent a great part of their year trying to give you the best radio they can. And we'd like to take this moment to wish you and yours a sincere happy holidays from KMPC.
Gee, that's nice. We really do. From all of us here, our family at 710, we wish to your family the very best of holiday wishes. And of course, besides that, last night, of course at midnight when I came on, was the last day of Hanukkah. For those of you who are Jewish, we'd like to say happy holidays to you too. It's now almost 1 o'clock.
This is KMPC Los Angeles.
The news is next at the tone, exactly 1 o'clock.
From the World Desk of United Press International, this is James Buchanan. Good morning. President Carter says the United States will seek economic sanctions against Iran from the UN Security Council. We got a report from UPI's Jim Anderson.
The U.S. decision to seek economic sanctions against Iran through the UN Security Council is the last peaceful avenue available. If the request should fail to be approved by the Security Council, or if it proves to be ineffective, then the ground would be laid for the next step: nonviolent military action, meaning a U.S. naval blockade against Iran. The State Department says that the main U.S. aim is to gain freedom for the hostages. The department denies it is trying to bring down the Iranian revolutionary regime. But that could be one side effect, and the most likely replacement for the Muslim government would be some form of a left-wing regime, not especially friendly to the United States. This is Jim Anderson at the State Department.
The carrier Nimitz will head for waters off Iran to replace the carrier Kitty Hawk. You're listening to UPI World News. The inflation rate was 1% in November. That makes the annual rate 13.1%. That's the highest since World War II. In New York City, 2 gunmen took 6 hostages during the robbery of a pharmacy. We get details from UPI's Jack Vale.
A hostage drama in downtown Manhattan that lasted more than 4 hours has ended. It began when 2 gunmen tried to rob a pharmacy on the Lower East Side. They took the hostages when police arrived after being told of the holdup by a pedestrian. About 70 officers, including a hostage negotiating team and emergency service personnel, armed with automatic rifles and wearing bulletproof vests, converged on the area. Streetlights on the block were turned off. The owner of the drugstore, Joel Karp, acted as a go-between in the negotiations. Finally, the men were persuaded to put their guns in a basket, pass them out the door, and surrender. Their 6 hostages, including 2 women and 2 young boys, were unharmed. Jack Vale, New York.
The new British governor in Rhodesia has declared a general amnesty. He lifted a ban against the Patriotic Front guerrilla groups. It's all part of the ceasefire plan hammered out on the Rhodesia Peace Conference in London. Congress is headed home for the holidays. We got a report from UPI's Gene Gibbons on Capitol Hill.
For all intents and purposes, Congress is through for the year. Its last major action was passage of the Chrysler bailout bill. Afterwards, members of the House and Senate started heading home for the holidays. However, because of the Iranian crisis, Congress is not completely closed down. The House and Senate are technically still in session in sort of a standby mode, and members could be recalled on short notice in the event the crisis gets worse. Right now, though, there are no plans for Congress to conduct any more business till January 22nd. The first items facing the lawmakers when they return are SALT and the windfall profits tax. Gene Gibbons, Capitol Hill.
Here it is just before Christmas, and for the first time since the Depression, Chicago school teachers went payless Friday. Teachers are threatening to shut down all public schools after the holidays if back wages are not paid. The Whirlpool Corporation is recalling 40,000 microwave ovens. Some of them pose a burn hazard because they continue operating with the doors open. The Food and Drug Administration says 4 models are involved. More negative economic news. Consumer prices are up. UPI's Tom Foti has a report.
The costs of transportation and housing were up last month, up enough to be major factors in another 1% rise in the nation's consumer price index. That 1% figure takes into account seasonal variations in costs, and the picture it paints looks something like this. Transportation costs in November up by a whopping 1.4% from the month before, caused in no small part by the ever higher price of gasoline. Housing costs up almost as much, 1.3%. The chief culprits there, higher home prices and increasing mortgage rates. Food costs up a little over 0.5%, and medical care up by a shade under 1%. All told, just about everything costing more in November than the month before. Tom Foti at the Labor Department.
A report out today that 2 seismologists are saying chances are 50-50 that a major earthquake will hit California in the coming decade. They say time is running out for the state. And singer Al Martino will get to spend Christmas at home after all. A judge in Massachusetts has delayed the trial of Martino and a friend on shoplifting charges. From the World Desk of United Press International, this is James Buchanan.
Thank you, Jim. It's 5 minutes past 1 o'clock. This is Dave Hull here at KMPC, Saturday morning in Los Angeles. The sound of the winter. Afternoon delights this time of the morning.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold, dark night? When everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be here anyway.
Thinking of you's working up my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make the sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Started out this morning feeling so polite. I always thought a fish could not be caught who didn't bite. But you got some beta waiting and I think I might like Neverland, a little afternoon delight. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Be waiting for me, baby, when I come around. We can make a lot of loving before the sun gone down. Thinking of you's working up an appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together make a sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight. Afternoon delight.
Afternoon Delights by Starland Vocal Band, 1976. That's my new horn. There's still something wrong with it. I appreciate the thought, though. It's the thought they say that counts. Oh, yeah, I'll fix this thing once and for all. It'll work great now. It's 8 minutes past 1 o'clock at KMPC. This is Dave Hull. Because of people who care, the doors at your Long Beach rescue mission never close. This Christmas, hundreds of men, women, and little children who find their way to these open doors will be taken care of. A turkey dinner, gifts, shelter will show them that somebody really cares. Please help your Long Beach rescue mission provide the best Christmas ever for those who are in need. That's the Long Beach Rescue Mission, 540 West Broadway, Long Beach, 90801.
KMPC.
This guy really had it made, didn't he? I mean, he was going to answer this ad in the paper, you know. And up pops a familiar face. Oh, boy. It's his old lady.
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long. Like a worn-out recording of a favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape. About my lady, I know that sounds kind of mean, but me and my old lady have fallen into the same old routine. So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad, and though I'm nobody's poet, I thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like pina coladas, getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food, I am into champagne. I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon and cut through all this red tape at a bar called O'Malley's, where we'll plan our escape. So I waited with high hopes, and she walked in the place. I knew a smile in an instant, I knew the curve of her face. It was my own lovely lady, and she said, oh, it's you. Then we laughed for a moment, and I said, I never knew that you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, you're the lady I've looked for. Come with me and escape.
Holmes, the Pina Colada song, Escape with Me. It's 12 minutes past 1 o'clock at KMPC. I talked to Alex Payne the other day, and I said, Alex, how are your bundles? That guy, I'll tell you, he's going to get a hernia. He's lifted tons of mail from the debarkation center at the airport from these different airlines, international airlines, and taking them into the former American embassy to the hostages over there. And he seems to be enjoying himself. I see him on all the television shows. I just tune on ABC or NBC or CBS. There's our man, Alex Payne, boy, hosting those people over there, taking in those bundles of stuff. That's great. If a guy feels like he's really accomplishing something, and evidently he is, that stuff's getting through. He's the only one who's gotten the stuff through. And our thanks to Robert W. Morgan for coming up with the idea. Now, everybody, of course, is taking credit for it. All over the country, they're taking credit for this thing, you know. But you ever noticed it was really Robert W. Morgan's idea? And if they all came up with the idea, how come they don't have their own person there like we do, Alex Payne? It's 13 past 1. Say, if like most of us, you frequently find yourself needing a household glue, reliable glue, Ollie's Home Centers recommends Elmer's. And I told you what happened to me today, and I went and got my Elmer's glue and fixed it. I got a gift from my wife, and it was busted. I didn't know that because I didn't open the box. I'm a dodo. It was wrapped and all, so I didn't figure there was anything wrong. I got it home, and my daughter said, I'd like to see that, because that really sounds neat. And I opened it up. Sucker was busted. I couldn't believe it. It was inside a really wrapped thingy, you know, with all this crush-proof stuff. Didn't do a darn bit of good. Aha. Did Hull fix this? Certainly I fixed it. I got my Elmer's professional carpenter's wood glue, put some of that stuff on there, and it's sticking now. It's sticking right to the box, right to everything. She'll never get that out of the box. A great product to keep on hand. It grabs fast and allows repositioning, reduces clamping time, and penetrates deeply for a strong bond. Can it be painted, stained, sanded, and sawed? You bet it can. And it also cleans up easily with water. Stop by any Ollie's Home Center, get yourself Elmer's glue when results count or when something you got for Christmas is busted.
Turn on Scott St. James each weeknight. KMPC presents Sports at 6.
Those players came in and testified for Raymond.
Yeah, I know, but I think the central issue is who are those three players?
For 2 hours, Scott St. James talks to the major figures in sports and to you, the sports fan in Southern California.
If you were on my side of this thing and you heard me say that Pete Rozelle has racist tendencies, and these are the reasons because 3 guys testified and they are suppressing testimony, don't you think that you would want to know who those 3 guys are? That's the crux of this whole thing.
Each night, hear sports taken apart and put back together again by a pro, Scott St. James. Sports at 6, exclusively on 710 KMPC.
The girls stay, the rest go.
I was born in the wagon of a traveling show. My mama used to dance for the money they'd throw. Mama would do whatever he could. Preach a little gospel, sell a couple bottles of Dr. Good. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, we'd hear it from the people of the town. They'd call us gypsies, tramps, and thieves. But every night all the men would come around and lay their money down. Picked up a boy just south of Mobile, gave him a ride, filled him with a hot meal. I was 16, he was 21. Rode with us to Memphis, and Papa would have shot him if he knew what he'd done. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, we'd hear it from the people of the town. They'd call us gypsies, tramps, and thieves. But every night all the men would come around and lay their money down. I never had schooling, but it taught me well with its smooth southern style. 3 months later, I'm a gal in trouble, and I haven't seen him for a while. Oh, I haven't seen him for a while. She was born in the wagon of a traveling show. Her mama had to dance for the money they'd throw. Grandpa do whatever he could. Preach a little gospel, sell a couple bottles of Dr. Good. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, we'd hear it from the people of the town. They'd call us gypsies, tramps, and thieves. But every night all the men would come around and lay their money down. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves, we'd hear it from the people of the town. They'd call us gypsies, tramps, and thieves. But every night all the men would come
Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves, 1971. That's Cher. Bunch of gypsies, tramps, and thieves. It's terrible, isn't it? The girl stays, the rest of them go. Get their funny carts and get them out of town. It's 17 minutes past 1 o'clock. This is Dave Hull at KMPC. It's Saturday morning already. Care for kids and adopt a child who needs you. School-age children of black, Mexican, and racially mixed backgrounds need permanent homes. Telephone your Los Angeles County Department of Adoptions at 381-2761. Boy, I like this. Pretty song. Really apropos today, too, with the rain and all.
I remember sitting on the front steps, feeling the softness of a warm summer rain. I see the reflections of my mind, all the sadness, all the pain. Visions of yesterday, how fast they slip away. And though my dreams have come and gone, with one wish I can say, kiss me in the rain, make me feel like a child again, bring back all those memories, kiss me in the I don't even mind if we get wet. And if I drift outside myself, please don't turn away. I'm searching for the innocence I've lost along the way. Come join me in my step out of space and time. There's only one thing left to do, so if you wouldn't mind, kiss me in the rain, make me feel like a child again, bring back all those memories, kiss me in the rain. The feeling that I get, I don't even mind if I get wet. Kiss me in the rain, make me feel like a child again, bring back all those memories, kiss me in the rain, make me feel like a child again, with the feeling that I get, I don't even mind if I get wet. I don't even mind if I get wet.
I love Barbra Streisand. Nose and all. Which should prove to the world at age 45 my mind's gone. I think she's a fox. 22 minutes past 1 o'clock at KMPC. I have the weirdest ideas about how women should look. To me, Barbara Streisand is a fox. I also dig Connie Chung. Well, they're not really, I suppose, movie idols, but I think they're pretty. You don't have to be pretty to be a fox. Say, have you ever said Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah in chocolate? Wait a minute. Hanukkah's over. This is Saturday morning already. It ended at midnight Friday. Well, I suppose you can have a belated Hanukkah gift, can't you, out of chocolate? This holiday season, you can do it with personalized chocolate greeting cards from Confections by Sandra. Confections by Sandra, a wonderland of candy gifts of the finest chocolate handmade on the premises. I wonder what Sandra looks like. 2-ton Sandra. She's been nibbling on the product. You'll never make any money that way, my dear. From Confections by Sandra, you'll receive personalized service. All you do is hand them your gift list with prices ranging from $1 to $1,000, and they'll choose the gifts for you. Tell them who you want to go where and how much you want to pay. From luscious selections of chocolate-dipped glazed fruits to glassware filled with candy, imported candies, martini glasses filled with martini-flavored candy to toast the new year, to get blotto with. All beautifully gift-wrapped and delivered for you. While you're there, see their world-famous chocolate Monopoly set. This is the thing that really caused a storm about 6 months ago. A chocolate calorie counter marked off in little bites, and business cards and logos done in chocolate. I don't think those are really practical because they really would melt in your wallet, wouldn't they? Open Monday through Saturday till 9, Sunday till 6. For special off-hour appointments, telephone 888-4947. Just take the Shoup Avenue off-ramp of the Ventura Freeway, then north to the corner of Sherman Way and Canoga Park to Confections by Sandra, the unique candy boutique in the valley. Johnny Mathis is next. Christmas in the City of the Angels.
The city this time of year is like a great big toy. I wish everybody could be here to enjoy. Candlelight paraders on Old Vera Street, Yuletide yachts and crowds along the pier, neighborhoods and dazzling decorations, while children wait for Santa to appear. Bells ring at the Mission San Fernando. Moon-capped mountains cradle my LA. You kinda get the feeling that in this special place the angels came to earth to stay. Christmas in the city of the angels is like Christmas in Bethlehem to me. When it's Christmas in the city of the angels, the blue Pacific becomes the Sea of Galilee. Christmas in the city of the angels is like no other Christmas you'll see. When it's Christmas in the city of the angels, the blue Pacific becomes the Sea of
Galilee. Every time I play the record, I expect the man to come in at the end and say, Merry Christmas from KMPC. 27 minutes past 1 o'clock. Hello, this is Dave Hullen. It's Saturday morning in LA.
KMPC. I've been here all your life, watching you crying game. You were the heaven in my lonely world, miss your sun and your rain. I was losing you before I ever held you tight. Before you ever held me in your arms. And I will make you blue. Maybe an everlasting love will do. Everlasting love, so tall, so wide, so high above the down below. It's your love I need, it's the only show, and it's you on an everlasting dream. Can't take us anywhere on the tears of yesterday. We killed the pain, we blew away the memories of the tears we cried, and an everlasting love will never die. Take me out of the cold, give me what I've hungered for. If it's the pleasure of taking my heart that you need, then it only makes me love you more. I was yours before the stars were born, and you were mine. I could have saved you all the pain you knew, and I will make you cry. Maybe an everlasting love can try. Everlasting love, so tall, so wide, so high above the thunder down below. It's your love I need, it's the only show, and it's you on an everlasting dress. Can take us anywhere on the tears of yesterday. We killed the pain, we blew away the memories of the tears we cried, and an everlasting love will never so tall, so wide, so high above the down below. It's your love I need, it's the only show, and it's you on an everlasting race. Can take us anywhere on the tears of yesterday. We killed the pain, we blew away the memories of the tears we cried, and an everlasting love will never lie.
Boy, I just think I threw out my back. It's 29 minutes before 2 o'clock at KMPC. This is Dave Hull. You ever done that? You ever thrown out your... Boy, that hurts. It's not from disco, and no, it's from moving a vending machine. That's my life's ambition. KMPC Sports Reports is seen through the eyes of Kelly Flynn, silly sports writer. In college basketball, UCLA yawned its way to a 102-58 victory over tough UC Santa Barbara at Pauley Pavilion last night. There's no truth to the rumor that UC Santa Barbara accidentally sent its intramural team instead of the real players. In baseball, Cleveland Indian management showed its cleverness by signing future Hall of Famer Jorge Orta to a 5-year contract at $1.5 million. Half the clubs never heard of him. Orta said he was extremely pleased with the deal because he didn't even think Cleveland was dumb enough to pay him over $1 million. That's got to be harmful to poor Bud Stalker on his way home. The guy was born and raised in Cleveland. And boy, was he glad to get out of there. Former Yankee great Elston Howard has been offered a job with the club by owner George Steinbrenner for as long as he wants it. In gratitude for all of his years of service to the team, Howard said he might not accept the job offer, though, because the work might be too strenuous for him, having to move Steinbrenner's throne in and out of the press box after every game. KMPC Airwatch weather forecast reporting cloudy and a chance of showers this morning, becoming fair this afternoon through tomorrow. Now, I suppose those people that are vacationing down here in Southern California from Seattle and Portland, they could care less about the rain showers, but we really need it, and we haven't seen it for so long, so it's doing us some good. You can send all that stuff down you like. Overnight low in the 50. Good air quality forecast for the basin. Some of the temperatures now. Hawthorne 54, 51 in Glendale. Torrance 53 at 60 in Anaheim. And 50 here in Hollywood at KMPC. This is really right. Love is the answer. Think about things that'd be neat if the Ayatollah had any love to him at all.
Name your price, a ticket to paradise. I can't stay here anymore, and I've looked high and low. I've been from shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it, but there is no easy way around it. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Who knows why? Someday we all must die. We're all homeless boys and girls, and we are never heard. It's such a lonely, lonely, lonely world. People turn their heads and walk on by. Tell me, is it worth just another try? Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Let it shine. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Tell me, are we alive, or just a dying planet? What are the chances? Ask the man in your heart for the answer. And when you feel afraid, when you've lost your way, and when you're all alone, and when you're far from home, and when you're down and out, and when your hope's run out, and when you need a friend, and when you're near the end, we got to love, we got to love one another. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Let it shine, let it shine. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer.
Love is the answer. That it is. Love is the answer. England Dan, John Ford Coley at KMPC. Can you imagine if that guy had an ounce of love in him, this situation in Iran would be over tomorrow. I don't think the guy loves anything at all. The Ayatollah Khomeini. Have you ever seen so many looks in your life? If looks could kill, man, I burn a hole through steel. 23 minutes before 2 o'clock at KMPC. Join the fight against arthritis. Thousands of volunteers are needed for the Arthritis Neighborhood March. Telephone 938-6111. Just a minute ago, I had a commercial for Confections by Sandra. And I happened to mention, has anybody seen Sandra? I see a huge dude. I don't know if she's eating all that chocolate. If somebody that's really into chocolate would probably be pretty heavy. So I asked if anybody had seen her. And a listener's on the phone. Hey, hello.
Hi.
Hi. This isn't Sandra, is it?
No.
You're a shopper, though. I went up to Confections by Sandra. Is that correct?
Yep.
Good. How'd it look?
Sandra or the confections?
Well, let's talk about the confections first. Do they really have some neat stuff there?
Yeah, they do. It's a tiny little store, but they've got just about everything in there. I told her I solved 2 gift problems. I went in there and said, I don't know what to do. And I looked around, and there were so many neat little things I couldn't make up my mind.
Is that right? They really do have a bunch of neat stuff, huh?
Yeah, they're really true about the martini glasses filled with slow gin-flavored candies, and the lady told me that they really taste like gin.
Huh, but they're not gin, then.
No, it's not alcohol, but they just got a little bit of everything in there.
Huh, that's really exciting. Now, they said they've got some logos. They say that if I take my not my greeting card, but my business card in,
yeah,
they'll match that card in chocolate. Is that correct?
Yeah, they did it. They saw a bunch of specially molded stuff that people have gone in and pay. You pay to have it molded the first time, and anytime you want, you can have more things made out of it. Because I asked her about the special stuff, too, because